what you're gonna do is on your plywood, I'm gonna only go through one side and I'm not gonna go through both. You're gonna have to determine this for yours, but again, we'll have a video for you to follow. On your plywood, ladies and gentlemen, you will have a good side and a bad side. Sometimes the good side looks a lot better than the bad side. Sometimes it's very subtle, the differences. I want to look this whole thing over and I want to look for any imperfections. I'm going to tell you right now. I see this spot over here that is delaminating. Okay, I'm not thrilled with it. So I want to cut that off if I can. I'm going to look over the rest of this. Everybody see this little swale through here? This big scratch thing? To me, that's an inside. Immediately, that's an inside. And looking at the cabinet, you got to kind of visualize what this cabinet's going to be. There's going to be a side here, going to be a side over here. You're going to have a top on it with a face frame and a door and all this stuff. I'm going to hide this probably toward the top. And yeah, I'm going to hide that toward the top and on my inside. This side looks pretty good. Don't bring pieces up and say, oh, I don't know about this. You have to take your judgment. You each have your own sides. You take your judgment. The best side out is going to be what you're doing. So right now I'm going to run that I don't like. This is going to be what I'm going to use as my front. And this is our process. Right now these cabinet sides are a 1/4 inch bigger than what you need. So I'm going to joint one edge. I'm real sure to keep it tight against the fence. I'm not elaborating on it by any means, but I'm making sure that it's not tipping back or forth on the fence. If you watched me when I ran it, I was real sure and kind of over-exaggerated that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put an X on here. I'm going to put a couple of them. Those couple indicate that that's the one that I really, really want to use as my base. 15 and 9/16 is what we're going to rip this to. So, 15 and 9/16. The reason that we do this, you're going to see in just a second, is we want your cabinet to end at 15 and a half. Because I'm going to joint this again as soon as I'm done. I told you that it was a 1/4 inch big. So right now it's going to get to be a 16th big. There we are. Then I'm going to bring it back to the joiner. I'm going to joint this one. Again, I'm nothing set right now of this being front or back, but I do know by how that one was delaminating before, I don't think that I want that to be my front if I can help it. So, meet me over by the CNC router. So what I did just now, kind of as a refresher, I jointed an edge, I ripped it to 15 and 9/16, and then I jointed it the other edge down to 15 and a half, okay? So now it's down to exact size. When you got given your pieces before, they were already cut for length, you didn't have to worry about that. Again, this is my good or my bad side, this is my good side. Remember, this is gonna be my top. Think about it like this, ladies and gentlemen. Down here toward you is the bottom, away from you is the top. Think of it the x-axis and the y-axis. As you increase in the y-axis, that would be your top. You guys are going to want to get in here closer so that you can see what's up. I got 2 marks here, 2 pencil marks. We were just kind of laying it out. But right here, there and there, those are my marks that it's critical that I line up on. I'm going to line up here. I'm going to tell you this too. I'm going to warn you right now. You need to do both of your sides in the same day. And if it means that you have to stay late after school and complete it, you have to. I'm going to show you, and you'll be able to look at mine when this is all said and done. You'll be able to look at my side. But we're going to leave it as a demo. I'm not going to leave it as a demo like forever, but you'll be able to look at it for a while till it's glued together. The thing with these washers is that they turn on there and then they keep wanting to peel this clamp out of here. So what I want to do, so that you're aware, I need to get at this corner, okay? But there's gonna be a groove cut from 3 inches to 4, or I'm sorry, it's like 3 1/4 to 4. There's gonna be a groove cut in here. I can't clamp there. If you have that bit that's in there, run into this clamp, it's gonna be ugly. Something's gonna win, something's gonna lose, and chances are that bit's probably gonna lose because this is a softer metal, and that softer metal is gonna just shave away while that probably blows up into a million pieces. Okay? Pretty cool. If you like shrapnel. So here's what I'm doing. I got clamp number 1 in. You're gonna have 4 clamps by the time this is said and done. Bottom left, top left, bottom right, top right. Here's what you gotta make sure of. This groove, you guys see this groove? You guys see this groove? Those I cut in on the machine. Those are the first 2 cuts that we did with the machine back when we got it. I cut them because that sets our y-axis and our x-axis. That gives us a reference. So right now I'm at about 4 and 11/16. Just double checking here. 4 and 11. Yeah, about 4 and 11. I like that. So then I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna get another clamp ready. Is there one more clamp around the bolt? No.
There's one missing.
Yeah. Are you watching? While you're watching, can you guys please put these back together? Somebody can help if they want. But here's what happens with these clamps. They're kind of goofy looking, okay? This little flange goes in the slots in the table. This bolt is more or less our set screw to raise or lower. You know, sometimes it's over here. These clamps are pretty versatile. For as cheesy as they are, they're kind of versatile. All right. Back to, I told you over here, we're gonna have a groove from 3 1/4 to 4. You lose. 3 1/4 to 4. Up here, you're gonna have a groove from about 1 inch down, okay, 3/4 of an inch, to about 1/2. Okay, so you're gonna have to stay down on this clamp, stay down at least 2 to 3 inches, whereas that one stay closer to the bottom. You also notice right here, I need that corner visible. So, I oftentimes get students asking me, well, how tight does it need to be? How much do you want it to let go and fly around and move while you're running? You don't. It's got to be pretty darn tight. Okay? So, I said 4 and 11. Right down here, 4 and 11/16. So I'm coming up here. 4 and 11. I torqued it over. I'm happy with that. I like where it was. I did have a little pressure on this. I had a lot of pressure on that. Tighten it up. Something like so. Now that now that I got this one and that one done, I'm gonna just double check. 4 and 11. 4 and 11. I'm pretty happy with that. In the past, I've set up some other like stop blocks and stuff. I found that students weren't very, they didn't pay attention when they set up, and then we had issues. Now I'm making you set your own. You have to make sure that it's parallel with this. If you set yours up at 4 and 11, like I had just said, you're good. Then we have no questions. We're good to go. Now, can somebody put that last clamp on there? I'm turning this on. And slide that in. you can cut that.